The NBA has announced their Christmas Day schedule. We got on the docket Philly, New York at 12, Christmas Day. Cleveland, Golden State Warriors, 3 p.m. Eastern. Washington versus the Boston Celtics, 5:30. Houston Rockets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, if you know me, you know I haven't really been a big fan of Christmas Day games. So, I like to enjoy my Christmas with my family and stuff. The games are a bonus, but I don't think they should have games all day long or whatever. But the NBA is trying to capitalize on people being home and marketing, and what better day to captivate an audience and capture the crowd and get ratings but on Christmas Day. Out of all these games, I would say maybe only 2 to watch. That's going to be must-see TV. First of all, contrary to what you believe, Cavs, Warriors is not going to be popping because by the time we get to Christmas, Kyrie's going to be gone. So it's going to be LeBron and some other guys. I mean, LeBron basically going to try to hold court. He's going to try to do what he possibly can to make the game interesting. But if they lose Kyrie, it's a wrap. Like that's a wrap because Kyrie is that other firepower that LeBron lacks on that team because Kevin Love doesn't bring it like LeBron does, but Kyrie does offensively. He's tough to guard. So if Kyrie's gone, that's gonna be a blowout. That's like a 30-point blowout. I mean, I think it'll be close in certain stretches, but down the stretch is going to be a blowout. Golden State going to come through. They're going to wreck shop. 2 out of the 3 championships, Golden State has taken it from Cleveland. And now they add Kevin Durant in the whole thing. So it's a wrap. That's a wrap. But Washington, Boston, that game is going to be really nice. That's a playoff rematch. Went 7 games. Boston Celtics add Gordon Hayward. John Wall just re-signed with the Washington Wizards for a long-term deal. These 2 teams do not like each other. Now you add Gordon Hayward to the mix. He's coming into a heated rivalry. Guys talking smack. Guys wearing all black. I can't wait to see that game. Now that game, I'm going to have to watch that game. That's must-see right there. I know Cavs and Warriors are must-see due to the star power, but basketball-wise, no. This game with the Washington Wizards, Boston Celtics, star power, animosity, hate, puns, jokes, everything in the mix. Competitiveness is all there. They had a crazy playoffs, last playoff. So this is going to be must-see TV. Third game that I'm really interested in watching is the Houston Rockets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Houston's going to be at Oklahoma City. Man, Russell Westbrook, Paul George against James Harden and Chris Paul. That's going to be a crazy matchup. You got 2 guys that's not really athletic, but crazy ball handlers, can get in the paint, can finish, be a floor general, James Harden and Chris Paul. Then you got the returning MVP. You have a new addition in Paul George to the mix. Both teams have new additions, CP3 to Houston, Paul George to OKC. That game is going to be exciting. I think that's going to be a barn burner because it's going to be 4 guys basically trying to defend their honor. Like, I'm great. This is why I'm great. Kevin Durant came out and he basically said, him taking a pay cut is his money. It's his business. Let him do what he wants with his money. He said, I wanted to keep the team together. I thought it was going to help ownership bring all the guys back. And on top of that, it's my money. It's my decision. It's my decision. I can do what the hell I want with it. When are you guys going to learn? All these critics, all these haters, these guys aren't breaking up anytime soon. KD's statement essentially tells you Warriors have solidified what they have wanted to do. First year KD comes in, they win a chip. They bring all the guys back. They add even better pieces to the bench. KD's like, look, I'm not trying to mess this up. You guys can talk all this smack all you want. Okay, you can go back to OKC. Klay Thompson, you want to be the man of your own team. Why don't you go to the Pelicans, ask for a trade. Draymond Green, you deserve X amount of dollars. You deserve more respect than what you're getting. You need to get a trade here. Everything the Warriors have done, from the front office to the players' unselfishness to paying Steph to Andre Iguodala getting paid handsomely to KD taking a pay cut, tells you we do not want to mess this thing up. The Warriors are looking at the NBA and they're saying we have a 3 to 4 year window. I would say a 3-year window where we could run the table on you guys. They are not trying to mess this up. No matter what the critics say, no matter Stephen A saying, you know, KD is a better player than to join the team that beat him, no matter if they say Klay Thompson, you know, you always have to take the dirty work. They are not trying to mess this up. That means no matter what you say, the Eagles aren't going to get in the way. They realize they could go down as one of the all-time great teams to ever play. And think about this. They already have the record for the best season ever. They have the greatest postseason record, 16-1. They are not trying to mess this up. Okay, that's what KD's telling you. You can say whatever you want. It's my money. I'm going to take less money. Whatever it is to win. And isn't that what we want from our superstars? You guys say you want an unselfish player. When a player takes too many shots, you guys criticize them. You say they can't play, they're not a winner, they're not this, they're not that. When a player sacrifices himself to go to join a team or create a team, we hate on them even more. You need to be the man, you need to be guy taking shots. It's like sometimes as fans we don't know what we want. But KD's telling you he knows what he wants, and he wants to continue to win. He's not messing that up. It doesn't matter what pay cut he has to take. He's going to make that up on the back end with sneakers, shoe deals, endorsement deals, championship commercials. I mean, he's just going to make that up. Houston Rockets are re-engaging trade talks with the New York Knicks. You know, before Phil Jackson left, the Houston Rockets and the New York Knicks almost struck a deal. Ryan Anderson was holding up the whole deal with his huge $60 million left on his contract. But Houston Rockets have reopened talks. They want Melo. And what that tells me is they don't believe they can win as constituted. They have Chris Paul, James Harden, Trevor Ariza, Nene. They have Ryan Anderson. They have pieces to get far. But they know deep down inside they can't compete. They feel like they need to have 3 stars, maybe even a 4th star to bring into Houston. Melo's that piece that they've been eyeing. If you have been like me, you've been watching Melo on the circuit, on Instagram, posting all of his workout videos in the hoodie. He's getting busy. He looks like he lost a little bit of weight, improved his handles. His shot is like butter. You know, it's just wet. It's just cash. You know what I'm saying? It's just automatic. You know, so Houston definitely wants to add him to the team. They believe he's still a piece that they need to get if they want to compete with the Warriors, if they want to beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. As great as Chris Paul is, as great as James Harden is, they're both 2 franchise players. They feel like they need a 3rd franchise player to bring in, sort of like the Miami Heat, you know, to solidify their spot and really contend with the Spurs and with the Golden State Warriors. Because as constituted, the Spurs can still beat the Houston Rockets. As constituted, the Golden State Warriors can definitely beat the Houston Rockets, especially for the fact that they gave up their best defender, Patrick Beverley. They gave up, you know, they gave up bench scoring from Lou Williams. So they gave up some stuff to get CP3. So now what the Rockets are saying, Daryl Morey saying, he's calling New York. He's like, look, man, I don't care if I have to come up there and take the plane. I don't care if I have to fly coach. I want Melo, and I want him now. Let's make a trade. Let's make a deal. Let's do something. We got to do something for us to get Melo. And they're trying to find a 3rd team. You know, maybe San Antonio could come in the picture because LaMarcus Aldridge is not happy. So that could be something they could look into. But besides that, I don't know how they pull off this deal. And Daryl Morey, basically, he just took a huge leap of faith, did the trade to get Chris Paul. In the back of his mind, he had a dream to get Melo. But now it's just like the new GM in New York is not trying to hear all that. Phil Jackson was there. Phil Jackson was basically getting ready to pull the trigger. This new GM in New York has a whole new ball game that he's trying to play. He's not trying to hear any of that. He's trying to keep Melo or stall Melo from leaving. So this is just going to be interesting because, like I said before, without Melo, Rockets can't even – I don't even think they can sniff the Western Conference Finals, period, honestly. unless they get like a crazy bracket where they don't have to play San Antonio, they don't have to play the Warriors, I don't think they can make it to the Western Conference Finals as constituted. Because when they run into those two, if they run into either team, they're screwed. They're screwed. Because Patty Mills is not a huge shot blocker or whatever, or a defender, but he matches up pretty well with Chris Paul in terms of making Chris Paul work for his buckets. Kawhi Leonard is going to lock up James Harden, or Danny Green can lock up James Harden, or he could be on Chris Paul. You don't want to run into the Warriors early. Stephen Curry, he's better than Chris Paul. You know, I love Chris Paul. That's my guy. Stephen Curry, 2-time MVP, splashing all over you. He's better than. And then Klay Thompson's gonna lock James Harden up, and then you still got to deal with Durant. So they just have to hope and pray that the Knicks budge and a third team bites, so they can get Melo, so they at least could be competitive. Because if they get into a series, up and down series with the Spurs or the Golden State Warriors, it's a wrap, and they probably won't even make it to the Western Conference Finals. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.